So hello everyone. We got this um, rose plant from Home Depot. So I never planted a plant from this pot into the ground. So that's what I'm trying to do today. I read the instructions just behind this pamphlet that is hanging in here. So it asked me to just dig a hole that is it's about 30 centimeters or 12 inches wider and maybe even deeper before we transplant this into the ground. So that's what I'm going to do today. First thing, I'm going to just dig a hole in the ground and then try to just mix with some good soil, just following the instructions there. So let's do. As I mentioned before, I'm not a experienced gardener, so I'm trying to just dig a hole where I can just plant that rose, the transplant. Just have a very small shovel. This is what I'm going to just try digging a hole. This is how far I am. So let me just finish digging the hole and then start my video back again. I think there was a rain a couple of days ago, so that is making my job a little bit easier. So as you can see, I can just just with the push of my hands power, I can get in deep and then get this soil out. So yeah, it may be a good tip for you if you can just water the place where you want to dig a hole. Maybe a day or two before. That will make your life easier. I also found this tool that might become really handy to get the soil out without dirtying your hands a lot. So you need to make a hole bigger for it to go in and get the sand out. I'm going to just dig more deeper and wider. I think I got enough of the depth and the width for the pot I bought. I really wanted to go a little bit deeper, but since this my house was a new construction, there's a lot of construction dirt underneath, so I didn't want to go in and just start digging a lot of stones in there. So I think this time I'm going to just live with this. And this is the pot that has the plant, and this is the instruction that it came with. There are a few steps. It's nothing but dig a hole around 30 centimeters or 12 inches larger than the size of the pot. I did that, and it asked me to just mix some soil mixture with peat moss and just put the mixer around and underneath the plant before I lay it in. So I think that's all it is. Just take off this plastic pot, and just do the soil mixture, put them around and underneath, and transfer them. That's what I'm going to do, and water them plenty. Let's see how this so what I'm going to do is I'm going to just mix a little bit of potting mix, this garden soil with peat moss and with a lot of dirt that I have while I dug the hole. So these are the three things that I'm going to mix and put them into the dug hole. And this is the very first time I see how the peat moss would look like. It just looks like a sand to me. And for all the new gardeners like me, this is what peat moss would look like. So I'm just going to grab my small shovel and get a good mixture of this into this garden soil blend I have. So it's a little bit windy, so this peat moss is very lighter than it's a lot lighter than this original soil. So let's see how this is going to turn. I'm giving them a nice mix of the garden soil and peat moss. So let's see. I think that's it. That's good enough of the mixture of both. So I'm going to add some of this mixture to the bottom of the hole I dug, so that there will be some moisture or loose bottom for the plant. So I'm also going to just pull in some of this loose dirt that I dug out. So I'm going to give them a mix. I think this is good. So hopefully the spot I have will have enough space. Let's see. I think that's good. So I can still add a little bit more, so that I can have the top of the pot coming closer to the surface. So I'm going to add a little bit more. This mixture is nothing but the garden soil and the peat moss, right? And I'm just pulling in a little bit more of the sand from this ground. Let's see if I'm just make sure this is there's not a lot of stone in there. Let's see. Okay, that looks like, yeah, it is almost to the ground. So the top of the plant, top of the soil in the pot will come very close to the surface of the ground. Okay, that's all. So I just watched a YouTube video just before started doing this. So there was a good suggestion. It was a good tip. So I'm going to just bury it like this with the pot. Once I form a nice hole in there, so I'm going to just take the pot out and then remove the pot and then put the plant only in. So the rest of the material I'm going to just put around the hole. That's all it is. So now that I fully put a lot of soil around it, using both dirt and the mixture, just let me give them a little bit a gentle push around all the sides, so that when I just pull this pot out, so they're going to be a kind of a square of the shape of the pot will be available for me to just put the plant back in. Let's see how this is going to look. Okay, let me just pull this out. Yeah, this is what I was talking about. So there's a nice square hole, deep enough for the whole plant to go in. Now what I would do, I would just remove this plastic pot, and without damaging much of the root, I'm just going to just put the plant back in. Yeah, just transfer the plant from the pot altogether. When I just lifted the plant, it just came with almost all the potting mix that it came with. I still have something left. I'm just going to spread it around the plant. That's how I planted this. Let's see, I will also update this video after 2 weeks. Maybe at the end of this video, just add how much this plant would have grown in 2 weeks. Thank you so much for watching. I have one more plant to do exactly the same thing. I'm just going to do that around somewhere there. So that's the plan for today. Thank you so much for watching.